episode that I'm throwing on there with it.
Oh my god, that shit was loud.
Yeah. Welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back to Ferg Chat. I've been off for 3 weeks. It's been between work
You had a podcast in 3 weeks?
something like that. Yeah, I haven't posted in like 3 weeks between just work. What about you? You want to throw stones?
I ain't posted in a month, but
Exactly.
I've been busy though.
I've been busy too. I've been trying to get all my streaming stuff set up. I'm gonna start streaming here soon.
I'm gonna start. I think I'm gonna start streaming too.
Nice. I'm officially a part of a group. I really got into this game called Conan Exiles.
Yeah.
It's like a survival game, and the sky's the limit of that shit. It's just anything you set your mind to. But yeah, welcome back, guys. We got a really long one today. We're gonna have this part of the episode, obviously, where this will be the first part, and then after this, if you stay tuned, I'm gonna put the little short 20-minute one that I had with John Moses because he was in a hurry that day. So I'll put the short little podcast that I did with him back on the end of that. Coming up soon, we have a double pod that we're doing with the podcast Fight Stories with John Moses and Tyler Morrison. We're going to do a double recording, and it's going to be both of our podcasts. So we'll have an episode of Ferg Chat coming up that's going to be all about fights and fight stories in my younger days. Things like that. It'll be fun.
I was there for most of them. We
also got streaming coming down the tunnel. We're going to start getting that pushed out soon, and you can find me daily on Twitch. My Twitch has already been set up, so I'm going to start doing that soon. So, yeah, it's just been...
Do you just stream on the that Xbox thing that you can stream on?
Yeah, because you can... I got my Twitch and everything hooked up to it. So
Are you going to do a face cam?
Yeah, I am eventually. I'm trying to get my... whatchamacallit? A little box that makes it to where I can stream. I don't remember the name of it right now.
Yeah. Elgato?
Yeah, I'm trying to get my Elgato and everything set back up so I can... I think the problem that I was doing before was I was trying to run it at 4K, and it's just with my laptop and everything. I cannot... I got to drop the specs down.
Yeah, 4K is going to be rough to run.
On my laptop.
Especially for a couple hours, yeah.
It's just my laptop. If I had a better,
and the internet.
If I had a better computer, I could do it. My computer just doesn't have the capabilities.
I don't know if you'd be able to do it with that internet.
I'd be able to do it with the internet. Internet's not the problem because it's just, it's pulling. My console runs 4K, and it runs 4K perfectly fine now. So,
yeah,
it's just a pulling. But, yeah, so we got a lot of stuff going on. Stay tuned to the Twitter. If you're not following Twitter, you need to follow the Twitter because here in a couple weeks, we're going to be doing a giveaway. And I haven't decided, but it's either going to be an Amazon gift card or a Visa gift card.
Why don't you give me something?
I haven't decided yet. Well, you can enter in the sweepstakes.
No, I can't do that because if I enter, then people think it's rigged. Like if I enter and win, people think it's rigged.
The only way to enter is you have to be subscribed to my podcast on YouTube. You got to be subscribed to my YouTube channel, and that's where the drawing is going to take place. So anybody that's subscribed to it will be automatically entered in the drawing. And yeah.
So before we get into things that I know you want to talk about, because like you said, you ain't done a podcast in like 3 weeks. I want to ask you a question.
Yeah, what's up?
How has your time been in the podcast space so far? Because you started not too long after I did. So how has your time been in the podcast space so far, and how have you enjoyed it, and stuff like that?
Man, it's been wild. I started it a couple weeks before I went to StarCast, and then I get to StarCast in Ric Flair's last match, and I start meeting all these comedians. And so next thing I know, I got 2 of the episodes posted right now. Third one will be posted with this one. But yeah, a lot of things have been moving really quickly. I don't want to give too much away, but I've been trying to reach out to some more well-known comedians.
Yeah.
Trying to get anybody I can on the podcast. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. And I started, if you guys have been watching the past couple episodes of mine, you know that I've started working on stand-up routines, and I've started writing jokes, and it's been really cool, really insightful to be able to talk to some of those people. And
what about what about doing the one with the kids?
It's fun. We're at a little hiccup right now. Kid drama. It's Taryn was all upset about school life and whatnot. So we've got a little break going from that, but that's been fun too. Just every week getting inside a kid's mind. The second week we did a game week.
Yeah.
And we played that little heads up game.
Yeah.
And it was really fun. So I'm just enjoying making the content, to be honest. It's a lot of fun for me.
I gotta start hitting people up. I just never really. I usually just ask you or like my boys to be on, but I gotta start hitting people up.
It's fun. I haven't done it yet, but little sneak peek that I'm going to try to get for the fans. I'm going to try to get the Therapy Gecko on my podcast. I don't know if you've heard of him.
No.
So he's this really cool guy. And I wish I could remember his name right now. I do
know
bad.
what you're talking about. I know
wanna
who you're
give him a
talking
shout
about.
out, but yeah, he dressed up as a gecko for his podcast and does. I'm trying.
I know who you're talking about.
I'm about to try to message him here, either this afternoon or tomorrow.
That's pretty cool.
It's Sunday, so when we record, so it's nobody's really moving right now
That's pretty cool.
on Sundays. It's all real lazy, but yeah, it's been wild to say the least to get to jump into the podcast area and just almost feel it, not necessarily take off, because I mean it's not like I have hundreds and hundreds of subscribers, but to be able to meet the people I've met just already and talk to the people I've talked to already, I mean it's life changing, It gives you a whole new outlook on things when you meet some of these people and they're like, yeah, at this age I just decided, fuck it, this is what I wanted to do, so I left.
Yeah. Damn. When I get back on my podcast, I'm gonna have so much shit to talk about.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's been a wild couple weeks just for me alone. So I mean, with you moving and everything, I can only imagine.
Yeah, I've been very busy. I've been very, very busy. But damn, hold on, let me speak some game real quick. Like I said, I know this is your podcast, but damn. Actually, as my older brother, because I talked to Mama about this a little bit, but I bought a house at 21 years old. I've been here for like 2 weeks. But I'm proud of myself, but like, it just feels like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. It doesn't feel like, I don't, like everybody was telling me congratulations and stuff when they came over, but I just don't feel that way about it. Like, it's cool to have a home, and it's cool that I've done this, and like I own all this and shit, but I just don't feel as proud as myself or like as happy as I think I should.
No, I mean, a lot of that comes with time. I mean, it's not like you went out right out the gate at 21 years old and bought a big ass mansion. I mean, you bought a little starter home.
Yeah.
And I mean, this will be absolutely perfect for you guys.
Don't keep table.
For the next 5 to I know you already got a big ass piece missing.
I'm pretty sure it flew off when we were moving it here. So it's probably on the road somewhere.
But yeah, so it's just a part of life, though. I mean, me personally, I didn't get a whole lot of joy when I moved out the first time. I feel like I may get a little bit more joy this time because it's been a little bit of a different road for me now.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, that first time I moved out, I mean, I didn't get that overwhelming sense of pride or anything like that. It was just like, yeah, this is what I need to do. This is what I'm supposed to do. Cool. On to the next step. There's other things in my life that, like, I'm proud of myself for. And it's weird. I'm weird like that. Like, I get proud of myself over little things. I'm proud of myself for starting my podcast and just doing it whether people are watching or not.
I'm proud of you
because
for branching out. I feel like I never felt like you were antisocial. I always felt like you were a social person, but I always felt like you just didn't like. I don't know. I just felt like you didn't like people.
I don't like stupidity, and unfortunately, there's a lot of stupidity in this world.
Well, you're going everywhere you go.
But and it's like it's the different things that I'm proud of now. Like I'm proud of.
Sorry.
One thing I'm really proud of now is I'm proud that I chose somebody to be with in my life. Speaking of my girlfriend, I'm proud that I chose somebody to be with in my life that pushes me to pursue my dreams.
Yeah.
And go through these things. I look back at it like this. I'm a huge wrestling fan, and in probably the first 23 years of my life, I maybe went to a total of 10 wrestling events, if that.
Yeah.
I've went to almost 10 wrestling events this year alone.
Yeah.
With the love and support of my family in Savannah, and it's been crazy, but I'm proud of myself for making those choices. Not necessarily the big things like some people say I should be, but I'm proud for making the little choices that in the long run make the biggest impact.
I'll be real. Like, I'm proud of, like, my girlfriend and stuff, but, like, I don't really get proud of myself. I don't really find pride in myself.
No, you find, like I said, you do, but you find pride in yourself, and you find pride in yourself in the little things like me. Like I know you take a lot of pride in like you playing basketball and making sure like you stay in shape that way.
I'm trying.
You know, I know you take a lot of pride in your Call of Duty. How do I know that? I've heard you on the mic.
I don't take pride in that.
You do because you want to win. I mean, that's okay.
No, I don't take pride in
Just
shit
because
like that.
it's not.
I just play the game. It's just fun.
There's a difference though. You can take pride in something without being uberous about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I don't really take pride in that shit, though. That's what I'm telling you.
You do because you don't just, and this is my opinion, but I feel like you do take pride in that aspect because you don't get on and just like, no big deal. I'm just playing.
Yeah.
Like you get on, you're like, okay, let's get on. Let's at least try to win. Let's do this. Let's do this. And I mean, I've heard you. You yell at your friends if they do something stupid. Your friends yell at you if you do something stupid. You know. So I mean, that's what I call taking pride in something is even the littlest things where even if it shouldn't mean that much, it means a little bit more because of the situation or whatever.
That new 2K came out. I've been playing the fuck out of it.
I almost won a copy, but I don't have a PlayStation.
Why do you PlayStation?
They were dude. Do you not follow them on Twitter?
Oh, you almost won a copy. I thought you said I almost bought a copy.
For 2K Day, man. They were giving out. They gave away. It's like 20, 30 copies of the game, I think.
Yeah.
Stop watching football.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. No. I thought you said that you almost bought a copy.
No,
I'm listening though. I'm sorry. Today's the first day of the NFL season. If anybody's wondering, so if you like see me looking to the side, it's because I'm watching the Saints and Falcons game.
Opening day.
Yeah, I've been wanting football to come back so bad. Life is so boring without sports.
I've heard football this year, like the schedule is insane. There's only like 1 or 2 days every week that there's not football on.
It's lit.
Especially between, I think it was college and professional.
I don't watch a lot of college.
But like I think like football this year, if you watch both of them,
They
football
playing.
this year starts on Thursday and
Sorry.
it goes to Tuesday.
Sorry about the cat.
It's just a cat.
Okay. Oh, well, also, Daisy had puppies.
Yeah, our dog had
How'd you
puppies.
feel about that? Why Daisy?
No, so
I do love Daisy, but
I'm
she's
gonna
fucking
say
annoying.
this before. Well, I'm gonna say my statement, and then I'll, I guess, try to back it up. Fuck all that bullshit. I'm not a big dog person. It's not that I don't like dogs. I don't want to own a dog. Same with cats. Like right now, as you see, that's why I'm just kind of
Yeah.
sitting here. And you should have put the fucking camera over by the TV so you could watch the game and make it look like you're staring into the camera.
I just told them if they see me looking to the right, it's because I'm watching the game.
I'm saying you could have like.
I'm still paid attention though. Like I'm not zoned out or anything.
No. That's what they say.
Yeah. But anyways, is there any topics you want to talk about today? Anything that happened in the past few weeks that you want to bring up?
I've been on a big nostalgia kick. Before I talk about that real quick, She-Hulk's out.
How is that? I thought it looked dumb.
I don't know, man. I really don't know. I think
it looked dumb when I saw it.
I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I think that may also be because I'm just not the biggest She-Hulk fan in general. Like, it's not that it's a bad show. One issue that I really have with it is where I think 4 or 5 episodes in now, and I don't really see a clear-cut villain.
Yeah.
That's the only kind of problem I have with it.
Is this something like The Flash? Like, did you ever watch The Flash?
Which iteration? The newer one?
The TV show. The TV show.
But like the newer iteration of the TV show, or like the one that came out in the early 2000s that was kind of shit.
Like the newer one.
I've seen clips and stuff of it. It looks okay, but
so in that one, in the Flash TV show that was on the CW channel, every season was just like a brand new villain.
And see, like
that was like the main focus point of that season. Like it had a storyline and everything, but every season was just a brand new villain. And I mean, at the end of all the seasons, of course, they beat the villain.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with that, but my problem with She-Hulk is I'm talking like we're 3-4 episodes in, and off the top of my head, I can't even think of who the villain for this season would be.
Yeah, like they don't have a constant like villain.
It doesn't
arc. Nobody has a constant villain arc.
The first episode, there wasn't really any conflict. The first episode, and I've only seen, I think, 3 episodes. I'm a little behind, but the first episode was all like exposition.
Yeah.
And it was all like how she got her powers, how she was adjusting to her powers, this, that, and the other one. And then the second and third one, I mean, they were just like it's more like a court show than it is a superhero
Yeah,
show.
because isn't she like a lawyer?
Yeah. Like the one episode that I vividly remember, I can't remember if it's episode 2 or 3. Savannah, yell at me if you know which episode it is. But it was like the whole like plot of the episode, aside from, She-Hulk, was like this shape-shifting Asgardian that like turned into Megan the Stallion.
What the fuck?
And so like there was this guy that thought he was dating Megan the Stallion, and so like then he found out that it was like a scam artist, whatever, so he sued her. And that was like the whole subplot.
Okay, that's fucking wild.
You know what I mean? But it wasn't like
That's fucking wild.
but it was like focusing on the court aspect of it. It wasn't showing like him like talking to her in the bars and shit like that. It was showing like them in the courtroom.
Yeah.
And like there was a scene where like it was episode 3. I just got pointed at. You could have just said it. Episode 3 though.
That's a wild plot.
But yeah, and it's just I
That's
don't know.
a wild fucking plot.
It's not bad. I do remember at the very end of the first episode, there was like a big explosion or whatever. Whenever they found out she was She-Hulk. That's right. The second episode was just the first episode was her like getting her powers and becoming She-Hulk. The second episode was her like getting her job back because like she got fired because she turned into She-Hulk in the courtroom, and so people were like, oh well, they'll be biased because you're a superhero. So they fired her, and then the second episode was like about her getting a new job, and then her first like case was Emil Blonsky from the first Incredible Hulk movie, The Abomination.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's weird. There's not a constant overarching villain where it's like, you hear a little bit in this episode, you hear a little bit in this episode, but somewhere in the back of your mind at the end they're gonna meet. Like with The Flash and WandaVision and everything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know, it's just weird. Aside from that, going back to the big nostalgia kick, I've been watching so much fucking Power Rangers, dude. So much Power Rangers. I am into the Power Rangers lore right now. We started off with Power Rangers Time Force from 2001. Do you remember that one?
What? No, but what was the fucking movie? What was the Power Ranger movie with the purple dude? Because
Ivan
I
Ooze.
used to have fucking nightmares.
That is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I think it came out in 1995.
That was such a good fucking movie.
Oh, it really was. Well,
that was a banger of a movie.
But yeah, I've been watching a lot of Power Rangers. I've rewatched all 3 movies that have came out.
Are any of the newer movies good?
The new one is like, it's 50-50. Either you like it or it's shit. It's not an amazing movie, but it's not terrible. There's a few plot holes and things like that.
After you talk about Power Rangers, there's a movie I want to talk about.
Yeah, it's fun. But yeah, so I've just been watching a lot of Power Rangers, and like we've started off with Power Rangers Time Force, which came out in 2001.
Yeah.
Now we're watching Power Rangers in Space, which I think came out in 96 or 7, maybe 98, somewhere in the late 90s.
Yep.
And then we're going to watch Lost Galaxy, Lightspeed Rescue. We're going to jump to Wild Force. And then we'll be getting into the ones and that'll be the ones you watched when you were little. And if I remember correctly, after Wild Force, I think is Dino Thunder.
Oh, my God.
And then we're going to watch SPD here down soon. So, yeah.
Well, if you watch the one with Ivan Ooze again, let me know.
Oh, I watch it probably once a month almost.
That shit hits.
I love it. I love that
Is
movie.
it on like any streaming services or anything?
It is, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
Damn. I might have to go back and rewatch it.
But like I know the second one, that Turbo movie, Power Rangers Turbo, you can
Yeah.
watch the entire movie on YouTube for free. You didn't hear that from me, but there's ways on the internet, if you really want to watch something.
No, I know. But
What movie were you wanting to talk about?
the new Dragon Ball Z movie,
I still haven't seen it yet. I need to.
I wouldn't watch it. I liked it. I think like diehard like Dragon
It's
Ball
on
fans.
HBO.
Okay.
We'll go back to that. But yeah, the new Dragon Ball Super film. I really want to see it.
I think I watched it. I liked it, but from like I got on Twitter, and I feel like a lot of like the diehard like Dragon Ball Z fans weren't a fan of it, but I liked it. And they did like a new type of They did like 3D animation instead of just regular. I thought the animations looked really good though.
I'll have to look up screenshots to see exactly what you mean, because there's a couple different styles of 3D animation.
Just look it up and see if you can find like a picture of it or something from the movie. but you can tell the animation is different. But I thought the movie looked really good, and I liked it. It did a lot with who was it? Gohan Piccolo was in it a lot. Well, let me see.
That reminds me like that.
Yeah.
That reminds me of for those of you who can't see exactly what I'm looking at, it reminds me of the anime style.
Like you just see how it's like different than usual.
Yeah, it reminds me of the anime style of the whatchamacallit, the video games.
Yeah.
Like when you play the games, that's kind of what it reminds me of.
That's kind of what it looked like. But I thought it was really good. It was Goku and Vegeta were in it, but they weren't in it a lot. They were just like in a fight scene.
Yeah, okay, I see what you mean. It's like a 2D, 3D blend.
Yeah, but it was mostly about Piccolo and who's that? Gohan.
Yeah, I think that's Gohan.
Yeah, Piccolo and Gohan. That was basically like the whole thing.
So it's more of a.
I ain't gonna ruin it for you.
It says the Red Ribbon Army from Goku's past has returned with 2 new androids to challenge him and his friends. That's the basic synopsis.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ruin it for you, but I liked that. I thought it was pretty good.
You know what show pisses me off? Well, what movie pisses me off, and I don't quite know why.
What show?
Pinocchio, dude.
Why does Pinocchio piss you off?
Does Giuseppe not just seem a little bit sus?
He does. He does.
You're a grown-ass man living alone who makes a puppet who, when he becomes magical, his nose grows.
I don't know. I just think, I don't know. Yeah, it is kind of weird, though. It's a weird plot.
You know what I think is the best, like, joke ever made about Pinocchio?
What?
It's the bit on Family Guy. And if you have not seen this, I'm going to steal this phrase from Conrad Thompson. Go out of your way, throw it in your Google machine, look it up. It is, it's whenever they're doing it, and it's just, God, it's so funny.
I think I had other than the Dragon Ball Z movie. I haven't watched a lot of movies lately. I was gonna watch the Batman again, the newest one. Yeah. I was gonna watch that again though.
You know they're working on the sequel right now.
Already?
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it's good.
I think it's gonna have the same writer.
I love Batman movies.
Pattinson slated to be back in it. I want to say Matt Reeves, the director, slated to be back in it. Bro, Marvel news. They released a cast for Fantastic Four, and I could not be happier. Have you heard about this?
No, who's the cast?
Oh, my God. Okay, so let me pull up this message. I sent a picture to...
what if it was just like some of the Avengers?
So, John Krasinski as Reed Richards returning from Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. He's the one who played Mr. Fantastic in that movie.
Yep.
Jodie Comer as Sue Storm. John Boyega as Johnny Storm. Seth Rogen as Ben Grimm, the Thing. Henry Cavill, former Superman, who in the Man of Steel series, the newer one.
Yeah.
Superman's going to be Doctor Doom, and it's directed by Matt Shackman.
Who played in the original Fantastic? Who played Mr. Elastic?
Mr. Elastic in the original one? God, what's his name?
The one that we watched. Like Silver Surfer.
I know, I can't think of his name. I know Johnny Storm, the Flame On guy, he was... that
was Chris Evans, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Chris Evans. Let's see, I got the cast was right here.
Is that Dana White?
Ian Griffin. I think.
Hold on, go ahead.
That's not Dana White. Where?
Oh. I thought that was Dana
It's
White.
Michael Chiklis. That's who played Ben Grimm.
It looked like Dana White from here.
Yeah, I think that's... I don't think it's Lone. I think it's Ian Griffin. He's a Welsh actor.
I'd go see a movie.
What else has he been in aside Fantastic Four? He was in 102 Dalmatians.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I guess. I didn't know that either. I mean, I'm just looking, seeing what other big movies he's been in that I would know him from. He was in Titanic. He was in San Andreas with The Rock. I don't know if you've seen that. That's the movie about the big earthquake.
No,
he was in Horrible Bosses. That's a good movie. Nobody's seen that. He's in Black Hawk Down, another good movie. I was scrolling on TikTok the other day, and I saw something that cracked me up. You know what really cracks me up? That's like, it's in movies, but it's pretty much one of the most realistic portrayals in movies that there is.
What?
Drill sergeants. They're fucking great.
There has been some good war movies with good drill sergeants.
I don't remember what movie it was from. So if somebody remember what movie it was from, throw it in the comments.
Jarheads.
It may be Jarhead, but yeah, it's the one with Private Pile, And
I don't know.
he's talking. He's like, "How high are you, Private?" And he's like, 5'9". He's like, 5'9". I didn't know they stack shit that high.
I know what you're talking about.
And just great lines like that. Like there's another one where like he talks about him being gay. And he's like, "I bet you don't even have the courtesy to fuck somebody in the ass and give him a goddamn reach around." And he's like, "I'm watching you."
Damn. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts. Like, you know who Jocko Willink is?
No. I have not been on the podcast kick lately.
Shit,
I've been on the music, man. Listen to a lot of music lately.
What you think about that Rod Wave album, man?
Oh, it's so good.
What you think about that Rod Wave album, man?
I cry every time.
That bitch slaps.
It's so good though.
If you had to rate it on 1 out of 10, what would you rate it?
Probably like 8.5 or 9. And the only reason I wouldn't rate it a full 10 out of 10 is because it is a little bit of a sadder album.
It is sad, but that shit hits.
But like another,
But there is some like good, like upbeat,
Oh, yeah.
motivational songs on there.
everything's really good.
Everything,
Even though it's like the lyrics are kind of sad, but like with the beat and the flow that he does, it's real good.
do you like keep going?
I
Is there a song that goes like?
I don't know the names of a lot of them because like I'll get to work and I'll just put it on shuffle
Yeah,
and I'll listen to the album like 2-3 times before I change it.
yeah, that bitch hits. But
And then,
that keep going is that song where it's like on the interstate, out of state, getting high. You know I'm
Yeah.
on it. That bitch slaps
DJ
crazy.
Khaled released a new album. It's really good.
I
enjoying
like
that.
some of it, but that shit,
Dude, Party,
Bro,
with,
party,
Quavo and
that's
Techno.
it. I love party.
all the time. Party.
What
all
is
the
that
time.
sample from?
Party all the time.
Is that like an actual song? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't remember what.
That has to be an old ass song.
Let's see. What do you remember? What the copyright thing is on YouTube? We get what 30 seconds.
I think so. I doubt she'll get copyrighted.
I don't know. Maybe they've already reviewed one of my videos.
For real?
Was it Eddie Murphy? I don't think it was Eddie Murphy, but it may have been. Maybe it was. Let's see.
Why did one of your videos get hit for copyright?
It did. It got reviewed, and I guess it was something I said. Look at the datedness on this video. This is an Eddie Murphy song.
You might want to skip it a little
I
bit.
gotta skip some. All right, that's 21 seconds. We're gonna see. Let's jump in. Almost a minute in, and he just started singing.
I didn't even know Eddie Murphy had a song.
He's got a couple.
Yeah. That's kind of lit.
Yeah. Party.
I didn't know that was Eddie Murphy, that song. That's crazy.
I didn't know it was Eddie Murphy either, because they use so much like. Somebody's top comment: is it just me, or does the '80s make the kind of music you'd listen to when you're speeding on the highway? I agree with that. There's a lot of '80s bangers, especially when it comes to rock music, dude.
I listen to drill music when I'm speeding. Well, I got
Listen to
somewhere
what?
to be. I listen to drill music,
Drill music,
like New York drill.
like a type of rap.
Kinda.
What do you mean? Like
It's
what do
like
you
it's
mean?
on like
left.
no.
It's
It's like
about face.
we're gonna do it. We're definitely gonna get you copyrighted. Sorry,
No, you just get 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
but like shit like this.
We keep it under 30. We should be good. Jump like halfway in. Like jump in some. Give me like that bass. Is that your settings or is that like just the song?
That's a song.
Jesus Christ.
That's New York shit. Cardi B's in this too.
Oh, speaking of Cardi B, you heard her new song with who's in it? It's got Kanye and I think
That bass will
Cole-
fucking. If you got a system in your car, that shit will
no.
blow the fucking trunk
Who is
off
I love
of it.
her music. Cardi, Kanye, and Lil Durk. Have you heard that?
Probably.
It's called Hot Shit. You gotta look that up.
Apparently, Lil Durk and his
Not bad.
girlfriend broke up today. Guess it's my time to shine. No, I'm playing. That's terrible.
I don't keep up with rappers like that.
I don't either. I was told.
And then
But nah, DJ Khaled's album was good. But sometimes, and I mean this with no disrespect, I do like DJ Khaled, but sometimes you gotta shut the fuck up.
another one. Keep going.
Yeah, no, sometimes he be talking way too fucking much.
That's what cracks me up.
Did you like the Juice WRLD song on there?
I think it's Every Chance I Get. Yes, I really like that one.
The Juice WRLD song.
I think it's Every Chance I Get. It was on one of his previous albums. But yeah, he does it in that. I think it's Lil Baby. I think it's Lil Baby rapping, and he's just going, and he's going in, going hard, and then he pauses for a second, and he's just like, "Keep going, keep going."
Oh, yeah, that was on his last album, but I fucked with it.
Shit cracks me up.
I wish. I know Drake had the single, the "Staying Alive" single. Did you like that?
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
"Staying Alive" was pretty good, but the intro to that shit was Drake, and I was kind of hoping he had another song on there. Because "Staying Alive" was good, but I don't know. I feel like we could have done better.
The sample was, in my opinion, the little sample. That's what you're talking about. I don't know what it was called or whatever. I think it was like No Secret. But No Secret was better in the minute that it had than Staying Alive, in my opinion.
I just saw the samples.
And yeah, and then there was Way Past Luck with 21 Savage. I like that one. Keep Going, Lil Durk, 21 Savage. That was a good one.
It wasn't a bad album.
I like God Did with
fucking
Ross,
30 people on it.
Yeah, 30 people. That was pretty good.
I liked it, but that song's like 8 minutes long.
Enya, if you listen to Enya, you know who Enya is?
No.
She's an older song. Everybody knows this song. I don't even have to play 30 seconds of that. It's like a
I don't know that song.
It's in a lot of movies.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, as I said, that's like a song that like everybody knows, but it's one of those songs like you know, but you don't know the name of.
Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of shit like that. Like a lot of shit that we know of that
then,
like everybody knows.
I went and saw One Republic and Need to Breathe, the end of their tour this past Wednesday. Fucking amazing, dude. Ryan Tedder, lead
Where was
singer.
it at?
Simpsonville, at the Heritage Park Amphitheater.
Hell yeah.
Ryan Tedder, man, lead singer of One Republic. He's phenomenal. From the people that he's worked with to some of the songs that he's helped write and create. He did this little bit where it was like probably closer to 30, 45 minutes. He said only 15, but it seemed longer.
Yeah.
Where he went through like some of the top songs that he helped write and shit like that. And like one of them was Halo by Beyonce.
Oh, that was a banger.
Things like that. Like one of them was like Burned by Ellie Goulding. One of them was
crying over there when they started playing that Halo.
One of them was Sucker by the Jonas Brothers. Just a bunch of just hit songs. One of them was Bleeding Love by Leona Lewis.
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool. So, I didn't lose it, but I'm gonna throw her under the bus a little bit. Savannah, she loved every second of it. It was awesome though. It was really cool to see the range and the talent that he had and some of the stuff that he came up with. It was like, holy shit! Like you wrote that? What the fuck?
Yeah.
There was another girl there. It was a 3-part act. That did. Amy Allen came out first. She was really good. I'd never heard of her before. She had a nice style to her, but I didn't care too much for her. I mean this in the nicest possible way, but I didn't too care much for her like outfit style and choices.
Yeah.
She reminded me kind of like
sounds kind of wild to critique.
Like an Avril Lavigne dresser.
That's like a wild thing to critique at a concert.
Like she came out wearing like the mesh like shirts and like the real baggy pants. Like she reminded me of like an Avril Lavigne type dresser.
Yeah.
Remember how Avril Lavigne used to dress back in the day?
No.
Kind of remind me of that.
I don't even know. I'll be real. I know the name, but I don't know who that is.
And then Need to Breathe came out, and they were amazing, dude. At one point, the lead singer, I wish I knew his name. At one point, the lead singer, he came out and he went through the entire crowd.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just an amazing concert, and I've been getting really big into the music scene lately. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to get a couple musicians on, because hearing them tell the stories on stage about the songwriting and things like that, I think it'd be cool to get somebody like that on the podcast, talk to them, get inside their mind.
Hell yeah.
Things like that.
I know what's a One Republic song that I know?
Stop and Stare, Apologize.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was just making sure it was the same people I was thinking
I mean,
of.
they've done a lot of newer shit that you probably know, too, like Good Life. This is gonna be a good life. They did Secrets, Love Runs Out. I love. They actually have, if you've seen the new Top Gun movie, they wrote one of the lead songs.
I need to go see it, bro. I've heard it's so fucking good. I need to go see it.
I need to see it, too. I'm just not a... It's not that I'm not a Top Gun fan before everybody lashes out on me in the comments. It's just... I guess the easiest way to put it is that, like, the hype of Top Gun was before my time.
Yeah.
You know? So I mean, it's just
Yeah, you don't want to get hit with that. You don't know shit about Top Gun, retard.
oh yeah, and I mean, like I said, I've seen the movies, and they're amazing movies. Don't get me wrong. It's just Maverick. I wasn't as excited as Maverick because when I saw Top Gun, it wasn't like somebody pointed it out to me or anything like that. Like I found Top Gun.
Yeah.
And I watched Top Gun, and I really enjoyed it. I was like, oh, it's a really good movie. But I mean, I wasn't.
I watched bits and pieces of the original one, but I've heard the new one is like super fucking good. Like everybody said, it was super fucking good.
The original's really good. I don't remember much about.
I like the parts of the originals that I've seen.
I don't remember much about the second one, but the original was really good.
Hell yeah. But shit, next time you come over, or probably not next time you come over, but eventually, next time I'll do a podcast, or no, not next time. I don't know why I keep saying next time. Eventually, we gonna have the studio set up.
Yeah.
Because I want to get a sectional couch in here, and I want to put this couch in the back.
Yeah.
And then we can just do the podcast back there. I ain't got to take away from the living room, and we'll have a bigger couch.
Also, I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna start saving up the money. I think I'm gonna go to LA either next year or the year after.
Hell yeah! I want to do Colorado next year.
I know I'm gonna go for vacation, but I mean a lot of it's also gonna be I'm gonna hit up the comedy clubs and try to.
Hell yeah!
You know.
But I want to do. Would y'all want to do Colorado next year? That's what I want to do.
Yeah, probably for sure.
If not Colorado, maybe like Tennessee. Do like a cabin.
I do know. I have decided after
because I've never been to Nashville. I want to go to Nashville.
I have decided that after the fun that I had doing the vlog for StarCast,
yeah,
I'll do a vlog every trip I go on now.
Shit, I might join you.
I enjoyed it
because I don't. I need to make a separate channel for gaming shit. I need to start recording my gaming shit because I don't want to just upload it on the podcast channel.
Yeah. Well, you know what you could do?
Start a second channel.
Yeah, you could buy me a better.
Oh, whoa! How did this turn into buy you something?
Listen, you buy me the little stream deck that I need that's cheaper, and then you can have the Elgato.
What? Why don't you just use the Elgato?
Because, like I said, I don't know if it'll work. I got to fiddle with it, make sure it's going to work. I don't even know if dropping the settings and everything will work. It may just.
I don't even know how much Elgato costs.
Huh?
How much is Elgato? Where'd you get Elgato from?
You bought it for me.
When? Oh yeah, I gave you the money for it. I forgot about that. Why would it not work? Did you fuck it up?
No, my computer doesn't have the right specs.
Do a little bit of research, brother. Figure out the specs.
Yeah, that's what I got to do. That's what I literally just said is I gotta plug it all back in. I gotta hop in the settings and see if I can rework the settings.
So before you fucking even try it, you want me to buy you a whole new stream deck?
But you get the other one. You know what I mean?
What if my shit don't run it? Did I just spend money for you to have a stream deck and I got fucking nothing?
No, but
you got a job. What the fuck?
So I gotta pay bills.
I'm about to start a new job. I gotta pay bills. I got a fucking house to pay for. I got a mortgage, bro. I don't know how long you want to go. I know you said you had that 20-minute clip.
No, I mean, like I said, if this one ends up running longer, that's fine.
Well, I'm following you.
I gotta make it up to people. I feel like I gotta make it up to them for being off for so long.
Well, I'm following your lead, so whenever you're ready to wrap it up, just say the words.
So, but yeah, and it's just life's been going on.
Talking about I got fucking bills. What the fuck? I got bills too.
You want to hear one of the jokes I'm working on for my stand-up routine?
Yeah, give me a joke.
Because I actually started. I was working on a little bit more last night, so I think I got a little bit more pieces to it.
Okay.
But I think okay. So here it goes. So I've been thinking about trying to get into more reading lately. You know what I mean? I want to try to. They say reading and everything it makes you smarter. This, that, and the other. So I figured I'd try to do a little bit more reading. So I started talking to my girlfriend and try to find maybe like what genre would be best for me, book wise, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, because I know what kind of movies I like, and I know what kind of TV shows, music, this and that. But it's kind of hard when it comes to books because you got to read everything.
Yeah, I don't read all that.
Things like that. And so I was asking her, I was like, what kind of books do you read? I was
Can
like,
I?
well,
Hold
what's
on,
your-
whoa. Can
you
I?
can't cut me
Oh,
off. You can't cut me off in the middle. of a
Hold
joke.
on.
What a
Hold on.
fucking
You can
heckler.
restart. You can restart. Can I cosplay being a fan in the crowd? Can I like role play being a fan in the crowd?
That's what you're doing right now, motherfucker. You just heckled
Get off
me.
the fucking stage, retard!
Shut the fuck up and listen to the joke. God, I gotta restart. You just fucked me all up, dude. God damn it.
Fuck you. Keep going.
But yeah, so I'm restarting now because you don't fucking milk since you want to fucking role play.
This shit sucks.
Can I be a fan in the crowd?
I want to role play being a fan in the crowd because you have to understand the first time you go up there, if you're not the best, there's nothing wrong with that. You can always work to get better.
Okay, but they're still gonna listen to me. They're not just gonna like let me get through a couple sentences and then be like, "Boo, you suck."
shit, me. People
This
are
isn't-
terrible.
This isn't TV.
But I'm just saying.
They're gonna let me get a couple jokes out before.
You can't fold under pressure. If I'm sitting here saying "fuck you," you gotta keep going, brother.
No, I know how to deal. I know how to handle hecklers, but that's not the point of this. We're not training me. For
Finish the
stand-up.
fucking joke.
I'm fucking telling a joke. You're supposed
Finish
to be
the
listening.
fucking joke. What were you reading?
Fuck off. You done made me lose my whole fucking train. Fuck you, dude. God damn it.
You're not gonna make it up on stage if you can't handle that.
Jesus Christ. A lot of people, unless they're fucking blackout drunk, aren't gonna just fucking. They're gonna let you.
Fuck
get through the
you!
joke. Will you stop?
Get off the fucking stage.
Can you shut up for 5 minutes? Let me tell this bit.
How many more minutes does this guy got? Yeah, finish him.
You done?
Catch it, babe.
Okay. You could have, motherfucker. So yeah, let me restart. Let me get my composure back. Jesus Christ.
You'll never make it in this world,
Fuck
kid.
me all up and shit. Really?
Come on,
Okay,
man.
So I decided here lately I wanted to be a little bit smarter. So I think I'm gonna take up reading. Or I'm gonna start it off something like that. Something about like wanting to get into reading. But I'm gonna be like, I've been wanting to get into reading lately. And so I've talked to my girlfriend trying to figure out what genre I should go to, what genre I should revolve towards, because like books are different than movies because you don't just have to sit there and do nothing. You got to actually read and apply the effort. So I got to make sure, I like action. If I like action movies, am I going to like an action book? If I like, the shit like that. So I'm looking, we're sitting there, we're talking late one night, we're laying in bed, we're talking. And I ask her all of a sudden, I'm just like, I want to get into reading, but I don't know what I should read. And I was like, what's some of your favorite kinds of books? What kind of books do you read? What do you like? And she just looks at me with dead straight face, no answer. And she's like, oh, I like romance novels, this, that, and the other. I was like, okay, but I mean, I know you don't really read romance. I was like, I've seen kind of the books you read. I was like, she's like, oh, no, they're romance. And I just kind of look at her and I was like, are they romance or are they porn? And she's like, well, it's erotica. And I was like, erotica? And she's like, well, yeah, it's got a really good plot to it. I'm like, a plot. I was like, so you read it for the plot? She's like, yeah, I read it for the plot. And I was like, what's your favorite part of the plot? The climax? And yeah, I'm still working on it. It still bugs to pieces, but
Fuck you.
But you get it. Like, I want to take it somewhere that route where it's like
That wouldn't be bad. I want to see you perform in a crowd though, because I mean, with just me and you here, you kind of just rambling on a sentence. You gotta have like timing with that and everything too.
yeah.
So.
Well, like I said, it's like I literally just started putting the joke together, so it's gonna
Get
take
off
time.
the fucking stage, clown.
I saw this amazing.
What if somebody does that to you?
I saw this amazing bit from Chris D'Elia about football players.
You
Have
answer
you
my
heard it?
question.
What?
What if somebody does that to you while you're on stage?
What if somebody heckles me?
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay, imagine I'm a heckler. Give me your best comeback,
If
okay?
there's anything,
Start telling your
it's
joke.
a-
I'm a heckle
it's
you.
a base to base.
Start telling your joke. I'm a heckle
I'm
you.
telling you
and
what I
then-
know. What I know. It's hecklers are like, and this is things that I've been able to pick up on from my other episodes. Is like it's a base to base thing. Like you gotta assess the person who they like. You gotta be quick about everything naturally, but you gotta assess the person. I mean, you gotta figure out. Are they speaking out because they're drunk? Are they speaking out because they're pissed off? Like, you got to find out why they're speaking off. If it's male or female, things like that. And then, I mean, from there, that's how you decide. Because you can't just, like...
No.
Like if it's a
no,
woman
we're gonna
heckling-
role play real quick.
No, I'm not doing.
Yes,
this is
you
my-
are.
You're not gonna sit here and fucking tell me what I'm gonna do on my podcast.
Come on, it'll be funny.
No, I'm not.
Start telling your joke. I'm gonna heckle you. Come on.
You're heckling me right now. The fuck do you mean? Your goddamn Cookie Monster and Elmo's Sesame Street slippers.
Good. I'm gonna be for real though. I ain't gonna just
Fucking purple underwear
I'm
because
not-
you refuse to wear actual goddamn pants like a person.
These are not underwear. These are shorts.
Dude, they're all up in your crotch. I'm like 95% sure your left nut's about to pop
I
out.
just have them rolled up. I don't. You know what I like long shorts.
Rolled up?
Yeah, look, they're rolled up.
This motherfucker.
I don't want to hear nothing. You wear jean shorts down your ankles. I don't want to hear shit, Graham.
I don't own one pair.
Yeah,
of
you
jeans.
do.
No, jean shorts? No, I don't.
You wear shorts that go past your fucking shins.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. And they're
My
fucking,
fucking
they're
knee?
fucking a foot wide at
Knee?
the bottom.
And these don't even go to my knee. When I sit down, these go like quarter thigh.
And plus, I got tattoos I got to show off and shit.
Who are you trying to show off to?
The podcast people, your fans.
The podcast. My fans.
Yeah. This is your podcast.
Don't you got a blonde-headed girlfriend in there snoozing like a bear, like not even 30 feet away? I feel like Peyton's a snorer. Peyton snore?
No.
No. She like a messy sleeper.
No, but
But
she
she like a
no,
peaceful
but I don't know
sleeper.
like how it is when you and Savannah sleep together. But like,
I'd be fighting Savannah in my sleep. I swear to God.
no.
See that look tells me right there that I'm right.
No, but listen. Peyton, what Peyton does, and this pisses me off so fucking bad. What Peyton does is when I get home from work, or like she'll be taking a nap, she rolls herself up in the fucking blanket. So when I try to get it, I have to like fucking like
I do
rip
that.
it from out under. I hate that.
I do that. You know what else I do? If I don't do that, you know what else I do? And this is what I meant by her being a messy sleeper.
What?
Is like I'm not a peaceful sleeper like you see in the movies where like they're just laying there on their side, you know, arms up in like half fetal position. That's not me. I'm like arms like almost like I'm fucking stretched out in the fucking Spanish Inquisition, just laying there like
So,
Patrick started out. Maybe sometimes like I'll turn like I have like a kick going, like I'm fucking kicking in the air, like have my foot all like spread out and
so
shit.
you're not gonna do the role play scene with me?
No, I'm not doing this role play scene with you. You faggot.
That's not gay. Oh, well, you better cut that out too. Actually, I gotta send you the audio. That's just not getting cut out.
You do have to send me the audio. I am cutting that out.
I do gotta send you. I gotta figure out how to email it.
Either that or I can bring a flash drive over. We can throw it all on a flash drive.
What do you want to upload it?
If you're gonna be up, I can always come by.
I'll be
tomorrow
alright.
or Tuesday, like during my lunch break at work.
What time is your lunch break?
Straight noon, bro.
I might
High
do it.
noon when the shootouts happen.
Hell yeah.
Normally on Wednesdays.
I wish you would have done the role play.
Wednesdays.
Maybe
Wednesdays the best
maybe
day.
when we do my podcast, like next week or something, I'll make you role play it on my podcast.
Wednesday's the best day. You wanna know why Wednesday's the best day?
Why?
Because Burger King has the best deal.
Burger King fucking sucks.
Fuck you, dude. On Wednesdays, you can go and you can get a $3 Whopper for Whopper Wednesday. You know what kind of deal I made out with the other day? I got a Whopper and a 9-piece chicken fry.
Oh, no, you
for
keep
$3.
you keep
and
kicking the fucking
27
Taylor audio is
cents.
gonna fuck up.
If it hasn't already fucked up.
Nah, it looks like he's been running pretty good this whole time.
One of them all them red bars.
It's just where it overextends.
So we're just going to have to cut the audio back some.
Uh,
Say we're being too loud.
Nah, you just normalize it. I'll do it.
Thought about getting more into TikTok.
I'll
anyway.
normalize it and save it. Yeah, TikTok's a way, bro. TikTok's fun. It's fun. I
It's
hate
just a lot of editing, though. Everything that I've
It's
seen
not
about
that bad.
making TikToks
It is annoying though.
is it's not hard to make the TikToks. It's hard to edit the TikToks.
Well, I don't edit
because-
mine.
Well, I'm just saying, like, that's what I've heard. Like, if you want to do, like, the good ones where it's, like, got the captions and everything like that, like, I hear all that shit takes time.
Oh yeah, I don't do no captions.
Yeah.
That's too much work.
Like, the captions I hear, you have to type them out, don't you? Or does it auto-detect, do you know?
I think you have to type them out.
Me. Dude, have you heard about, or of course you haven't, guess what's been going on in the world of wrestling, dude?
What?
There was a big-ass pay-per-view last week. It was AEW's All Out. Fucking amazing show.
Your boys are getting fucking cooked up right now.
Who?
The Patriots.
Dude, I haven't watched football in so long. I don't even know who's on the team right now. I know fucking coach, that's it. I know Belichick's probably still coach. Who's their quarterback now?
Mac Jones.
Is Mac Jones still there?
He's only been there for this is his second year.
I thought he was there when he must have came back because I could have swore he was there when Brady was there.
Last year was his rookie year, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
Who was Brady's second string? Do you know?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
How do you know all this shit about the
Because
Patriots?
I watch it.
Yeah, but you're not a Patriots fan.
I know though.
Who's Chiefs' second string?
Fucking Chad Henne.
What's his record?
Not good.
Who is? I heard this the other day, and what's his face from Sports Center? Who's the black guy from Sports Center? That
Stephen A. Smith.
is that him? That like he gets really animated and whatnot.
Yeah, that's Stephen A. Smith.
Okay. That's what I was going with. I didn't mean to single it out like that, but I heard him make this statement the other day. I want to get your opinion on it
What?
because I know you keep up with the NFL.
What's up?
He called bullshit on this statement, and I want to see if you agree with him. The following statement is, Dak Prescott, Cowboys quarterback, is the seventh best QB in the league. He bullshitted all over that.
Let me think.
And he went on
A-Rod,
this whole
Tom
like
Brady.
rant.
Or no, not A-Rod. Josh Allen. No, I'm putting Patrick Mahomes on. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, A-Rod, Tom Brady, Joe Burrow.
Let me see if I can find the TikTok while you think about an answer. Oh, it was Shannon. Who's Shannon?
Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, Shannon Sharp.
Oh, he was a tight end for the Broncos.
Okay. But yeah, so listen to this.
Man, it's way too high. Here are some of the quarterbacks that's immediately after Dak Prescott. Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Kyler Murray, Matthew Stafford, Derek Carr. I'll take every last one of those quarterbacks
I'll take all
in
of
front of Dak
them over
Prescott. Every
Dak
last
Prescott.
one of them.
Except for maybe
I'm
Derek
not
Carr.
saying just one of them, all of them.
All of them.
I'd probably take all of them except for Derek Carr over Dak Prescott.
See, I'm not big on Dak Prescott or.
If I say Lamar, Kyler, yeah, I'd probably take all of them over Dak, except for Derek Carr. So he'd probably be like the 10th best quarterback of all in the league.
Think so, 10th.
I don't know if he's 10th. He's not bad, but there's a handful of quarterbacks I'd have before him.
Who would you say the top quarterback in the league right now?
Either Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen.
Based off of, obviously, since this is opening weeks, based off of last season. Like, who has the most momentum, aside from obviously being the Super Bowl team?
Probably Josh Allen,
Who does he play for?
the Buffalo Bills.
Okay. Now, why do you say that? Why do you think he's got the most momentum?
Because he's like...
I don't think that was supposed to happen.
No. That's kind of wild. That just happened actually.
Sorry, got distracted by a football play there for a second. Hey,
The Saints are getting cooked right now.
you want to explain that play in your bet? Here you go. I'll make you do something on my fucking podcast. You want to make me do shit?
No,
give us some
you
sport-
wouldn't even role play.
Give us some
Nah,
sports
fuck
commentary.
that. You wouldn't even fucking role play.
You don't want to give us any sports commentary?
No,
on what
because
just
you
happened?
won't role play.
How would you describe that play?
Fucking wild. That shit was not supposed to happen.
It almost looked like it was because of how smooth it was.
Mark Ingram should have got tackled in the backfield, but he broke the tackle. And then he goes out and he gets fucking popped and he fumbled the ball. Yeah, they punched it out of his hand.
Yeah. Well, it looked like it hit his elbow?
His shoulder.
Play-by-play commentary.
He hit his
Live,
shoulder.
only here on
And
Ferg
then,
Chat.
I think that's Deion Jones that got the interception.
Number 54.
Yeah. Now Cordell Patterson is about to show me why I should have played him this week.
How's your fantasy going?
It started off really bad, but it's looking better now.
Now, does preseason count in fantasy?
No.
Do y'all count? What officially starts preseason? Would that have started today with the opening week, or?
What do you mean? Fantasy? What officially starts fantasy?
Yeah.
The first this week.
Okay.
But yeah, my team, I made 2 bad plays. Well, I should have played this player, and I knew I should have played this player, but I didn't. So yeah.
Let's give some shout out to the boys. Who's in your fantasy group? Whose ass are you kicking right now? Who are you playing today? Actually, let's start with that.
One of a dude, we call him Blood. That's just his gamer tag. We call him Blood though. His boy. But we got Clay. Shout out Clay. Cody. Which is Clay's brother. Shout out him.
Yeah.
Wiz. Wisdom. All them people. That's pretty much it. And then I'm playing with my other
You
boys.
got JJ on there.
No, JJ,
Cole?
they don't play fantasy pool. Actually, I am playing Cole in another league. I'm
yeah?
in 2 leagues.
Okay.
And one is for $50 and another one
What
is
about
for
Liam? I know Liam's a big gambler like you.
No, he's not.
He's not.
I'm the only person that really gambles.
Who's the one
No,
that you're
Ramos.
Who's the one you're betting back and forth with all the time? I thought it was Liam.
No, that's probably Clay.
Oh.
That's
Yeah, no, that
DraftKings.
sounds about right.
That's DraftKings.
And what do you do? What do you do on DraftKings? I mean, I know what you do on DraftKings.
Every
but, like, what do
week,
you do on
every
DraftKings?
week we pick a lineup, so we pick players. It's like fantasy, but it's just like a weekend thing.
Week to week basis.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I didn't know if y'all were
$10.
I didn't know if y'all were betting on games or.
Nah, we do fantasy, and then every week in DraftKings we put in $10, and whoever wins gets $10 from like 8 people. So you make like $70 a week if you try.
Yeah. If you do good, I guess.
It's not too bad.
But yeah, so to go back over this, I'm gonna throw it to you, and then I'll do my outro. I'll let you go ahead and promote all your stuff, get your words out there.
Check out Terrible Influence Podcast on YouTube. I haven't posted in about a month because I've been moving and buying a house, which I'll explain on my podcast whenever we do it. I'm probably doing another one. Probably doing one next week. But he just fumbled the fucking ball. God, this is a shit show of a game. Terrible Influence on YouTube. I am probably gonna start streaming, but I don't have no schedule channel or anything set up. So whenever I do get that stuff set up, I will announce that. But just hope everybody has a good day, man. Good week. You know, a lot of blessings. And yeah, that's it from me. That's all I got.
Nice.
I wish you do your outro. I'm gonna go throw this shit away.
Did you throw your Twitter in there and whatnot too, real quick?
Oh yeah, terrible INF at on Twitter. TikTok terrible_influence. I think there's another. Hold on, let me check. I don't remember all this shit. Hold on. Yeah, on TikTok we're terrible_influence_pod. Go follow that. And then I think that's only social media. I don't have like an Instagram or anything, so.
All that's private.
Yeah.
I don't need to know all that.
Yeah. If you want to, you can follow me on Instagram at Matthew.Ferg. I believe that's it. Yep.
All right. Well, thank you, Matthew. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
coming on today, man.
Matthew.Ferg.
I appreciate you coming on today, man. It's been fun. It's always fun.
Yeah. You can wrap it up and throw this away.
Yep. Thank you. All right. So just to go back over it one last time for you guys before I throw to myself, I guess. Don't forget, we got a lot of big things coming up. Sorry for the delay. I know it's been a couple weeks, but yeah, it's just been, I've been moving a lot of stuff in the behind the scenes and trying to get a lot of things moving for you guys so I can, the end goal would be to have 3 to 4 videos posted a week, videos/live streams between those. So I'm really looking forward to it. Life's been crazy. Hopefully it only gets crazier because right now the crazy has been good. Follow me on Twitter at jfergthemark. Follow us on YouTube. You can just go to the website. You can go youtube.com/JSHFerguson. That's my direct link. Or you can go search us on YouTube. Go look up Ferg Chat, Ferg Chat. You see a little animated picture of me in the bubble. Coming up right after this, I'm about to throw to myself. I'll have me and John Moses talking for another 20 minutes about what his life is like and, you know, what life like is up at being a comedian up in New Jersey. And that episode, if I remember correctly, we talked a lot about, you know, having kids and doing side projects and side hobbies and things like that. So coming up soon, very excited to announce this. We're trying to get scheduling worked out, but we are going to be doing a double pod with the Fight Stories podcast, and that's going to be really fun. Can't wait for that. Really looking forward to that. So, yeah, you guys just stay tuned. I appreciate everybody that's been watching. Gift card information and gift card giveaway. More details will be coming to that tomorrow, Monday, probably in the afternoon. I would think anywhere from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern time. That's probably when I'll post it. But, yeah, so giveaway coming up. Make sure you like, comment, share. Get the word out because getting the word out gets you entered into that contest. And when you get into that contest, that's an Amazon gift card or a Visa gift card coming your way. So, yeah, we're going to really boost this thing. We're going to get a lot more people on here. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks for everybody for tuning in this week. It's been a lot of fun. I will say bye again here in about 20 minutes, but for now, I'm going to throw it to myself. And you guys enjoy the rest of this with me and John, and y'all have a good day. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of Ferg Chat. This week I got the amazing John Moses on. He is a stand-up comedian. He is also co-host of Fight Stories podcast with Tyler Morrison. How you doing, man?
What's going on, dude? Man, nobody
Oh,
nobody has called me amazing in a long time.
dude, everything I've seen of yours is amazing. You always crack me up.
Oh, thanks, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. So
Dude,
yeah,
I love the flare shirt.
thank you, thank you. I don't know about you, but it's been a crazy week, dude.
Yeah.
It's been cool. I just got back from a family cookout. My little brother finally got his own house,
Okay, nice.
but not. So that's what I've been doing all that. Spent some time with my kids this morning. As for you, you had a busy day yourself from what you were telling me earlier. You want to tell me about that a little bit more?
Oh, I mean, listen, I got I had a show at a casino that it's sort of like a regular long-standing gig, and it's about a 4-hour ride from the house. So,
Okay.
3 hours no traffic, 5 hours, 5 hours sort of like summertime Friday afternoon traffic. So I think I made it in 4, which wasn't that bad. But yeah, yeah. So that's it. But it has been a busy week. Me and a couple other buddies just renovated and furnished a house in Atlantic City. So we just opened up our first Airbnb.
Oh wow, cool man.
Yeah.
Nice side income, sweet.
Yeah, that's it, dude. I'm 43. I've been doing comedy for 23 years. I don't think I'm going to make it. So I'm trying to situate a couple other things to cushion my 50s.
Oh yeah, no, I get that, man. I get that. That's awesome though. So I mean, aside from I know you primarily do the stand-up comedy and
Yeah.
you do the podcast. Is there any other stuff you dabble into and whatnot in your free time?
Yeah. So, I mean, real estate, basically,
Okay.
so, like buying and fixing. I also got a small company where I do some home inspections and shit like that. So
Okay.
I basically picked that up after my daughter was born.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I could have, if I didn't have a family, I could be in New York doing spots and eating dollar pizza slices until I die. But you know,
I
once you get the family there, I was like, maybe I should get a Costco card and get my shit together. So here we are.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I get that, man. I get that. So you got a show tonight at the casino, huh?
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
So
That'll be fun.
I got this gig. I first started doing this gig November 2020.
Okay.
Where are you? Where are you, Josh?
I'm in South Carolina.
Oh, okay. Were you guys closed down?
For COVID, it was there was a little period there where we were closed down just for a little bit, but I work a lot
Okay.
of I work at that time I was working in the construction industry. That
Yeah.
was before I really started podcasting or anything and started, kind of trying to chase my dreams. But I worked in the construction industry, so I never stopped working. I never missed a beat. I mean, people need
Gotcha.
houses, people need storage buildings. But I mean, there was definitely a time period where it was like that was all I did. It was work,
Yeah.
and it was home, then it was work, and then it was home, and it was like, well, let's go out, let's go do something. And it's like, oh, we can't.
So
No.
in Jersey, they even shut that down. I mean, some
Really?
things remained, but like you couldn't for a little while there. You couldn't show houses, sell houses. I mean, everything got shut down, and then slowly that stuff opened up with some regulation, mostly like masks and wash your hands after
Yeah.
touching the stick, and then but comedy was shut down. Like comedy was
Yeah.
shut down in New York. Comedy was shut down in Jersey. Most of the Northeast, I know they were still doing and shit in like Phoenix and Florida. So
Yeah.
I'm always interested to know, what, sort of scenes were still up and running and, were they on life support or were they acting like nothing ever happened at all?
Yeah.
But here, shit was shut down. And I started getting these shows at this casino. The casino's on an Indian reservation. Indian reservations sort of operate by their own rules. It was the only fucking show that was going, at least in, New England during that time.
Yeah.
And, people were coming out and, they were wearing masks and they were making them socially distanced, even in their seats. So, you couldn't even see if they were laughing. It was muffled, but I loved it. It was so good to be out. I brought my family with me. They put you up in the hotel for the weekend at the casino. And,
Yeah.
at that point, we had been locked up for 6 months. So I absolutely loved it. And I've been doing it, once or twice a month since November 2020. And actually sort of figured out most of my third album, here while things were locked down. So.
Oh, that's cool. So
it's been a good gig.
That's primarily how you spent your COVID lockdown, was writing new material, huh?
Yeah, listen, we watched a lot of Netflix,
Right.
and
how could you not at that point? I mean, everybody was watching some sort of streaming or something.
I did not spend it primarily making a new album. I spent about 30 minutes a day making a new album, and then the other 20 fucking off. So,
hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But that's cool, man. So, I'm not that much of a handyman anymore. I've done a little bit, but
okay,
not much. I can do like the basics. Like we just made like the little basic backyard storage barns. So it's like I can frame and I can sheet.
All right. That's not nothing.
No, that's not nothing. I can slap something together, but as far as insulating it and all that, that's like where I call family, and I'm like, hey, I need a hand with this.
Yeah. At some point, I've done a little bit of everything because I used to buy and fix houses in Massachusetts. So I'm from Toronto, and then moved to Mass when I was 22.
Yeah.
And was doing comedy sort of part time, and was buying and flipping houses. And along the way, I did a little of everything. Like I've refinished floors, I wired a house. Apparently, it still hasn't burnt down. Installed some kitchen cabinets, shit like that. Probably when I moved from Massachusetts to New York to start doing comedy, I was in a basement apartment with 2 other comics. It was a 1-bedroom.
Oh Lord.
And one guy had the 1 bedroom, my buddy had the living room, and I was sleeping in the hallway. And it was an opening, like a rounded opening from the hallway to his living room. So I framed the wall, and I said, listen, all you got to do, I framed it. I was like, all you got to do is buy the sheetrock. I will hang the fucking sheetrock and make this like a wall, so you at least have privacy. But he never bought the sheetrock. He just pinned up sheets to the framed wall. Which is fine, but like you can totally hear him fucking chicks in there.
Oh yeah.
It's like when the sheets were a rockin', don't come a knockin',
Yeah, it's like, can they hear us? Nah.
Right. Yeah, right. I lived there for probably 9 months, and I think like my last day I could hear my buddy shaving his feet in the morning. I think I'm done, dude. I think I'm done. I'm out.
So what made you jump into comedy all of a sudden after doing all these random all these random jobs and whatnot? Was it just people telling you you're funny, or just like, hey?
I was doing comedy the whole time. I started in Canada when I was 19.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then the guy who ran Yuck Yucks was like, "Oh, dude, you got like a real American like flavor persona or whatever," and I had probably been hearing that. People see me and they're like, "Oh, this guy's from Boston, clearly."
Yeah.
Redheaded guy, kind of racist, Boston. And then it just so happened that my cousin was starting a little real estate business at the time. So I moved down and I was doing comedy, but still very new in comedy and doing the house shit.
Yeah.
And then I did that for probably 6 years and owned some real estate. And then in 2008, all the real estate got wiped out because of the market. And then I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to I was only ever buying and fixing houses so I could, get a little passive rental income to do comedy. And I was like, oh man, I'm just going to go sleep on couches in New York. Yeah. And then, so I went to New York and, did a bunch of shows and starved for 10 years.
So what was that like? Just jumping from Toronto all the way to New York, just, hey, we're just going to take a shot at this with really nowhere to go. And
yeah, well, I was in Massachusetts like for a 6-year break first. So,
okay.
I was done missing everybody and everything by the time I moved to New York.
Yeah.
But that was a culture shock for sure. Just going to Massachusetts to New York, like rural Massachusetts to Canarsie, where I was like the only white dude for 2 square miles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
being from rural South Carolina, there's a little bit of a culture shock when I went to Vegas. I went to Vegas earlier this year. That was nice. A little bit of a culture shock, seeing just all the crazy people out there. And then I did go to New York a few years back, but it was like I went with my family and whatnot. so I didn't really
Oh
get.
yeah.
I want to go back because I never got to experience that, like the night scene of New York or the nightlife of New York, like with all the clubs and stand-up comedy and all that.
Oh, dude, it's intoxicating for sure.
Oh yeah,
I
I
remember
bet.
going to New York years before I moved there, and it was like, oh, how do I get to the city? You know?
Yeah, my first stand-up show was actually last year. It was either earlier this year or last year. I don't exactly remember the date, but it was Carlos Mencia.
Oh wow.
He came to Greenville, South Carolina, which is close enough to me. He went to the Comedy Zone, and I went and saw him, and I like God. It was one of those like you laugh so hard, like your sides are hurting. You walk out of there, and it's like you just got to catch your breath. You're like, oh, son of a
Oh,
bitch.
yeah.
And yeah, it's just ever since then, like because I've always enjoyed stand-up comedy before, but ever
Okay.
since then, it's been like I want to meet these people. Like I want to know more of their stories. I want to know how I could get there and things like that. So I've been
Yeah.
slowly working on my own little material here and there, and I don't know. Maybe one day I'll get brave enough to go do a open mic night or something.
Oh damn. This is all just fucking research for you.
Yeah, so a little bit, man. So it's like it really all started when I went to the Ric Flair's last match. I went to all that whole Starcast weekend, roasted
Yeah.
Ric Flair and all that. And, I got to see all you guys perform, and
Oh yeah.
it was a great show. I actually got to go backstage and start at Ric Flair's last match, and I met Earl, and that
Yeah.
was how I met Earl Skakel.
Earl's a beauty.
Oh yeah, and so I was talking to him. He was cracking me up. Meanwhile, I had just started doing the whole podcasting thing. My brother had been doing it for a little bit, and so I was like, I've been on a couple episodes with him, and I was like, I'm really enjoying this, really having fun with it. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna go for it. I've had people tell me before in the past I'm funny, so I got my own little thing going. I started doing my podcast. I went to Starcast and all that. Met up with Earl, asked him to be on an episode. He was like, "Yeah, sure, why not? Fuck it." Uh,
Yeah.
episode with him. Had a blast just, talking to him and learning, a little bit more about his life and what it's like being a comedian and working in that environment, the kind of people that
Earl
you meet.
Earl was cracking us up all weekend.
Oh yeah, I believe
At
that.
one point, I don't know if you've heard this already, but at one point during the roast, while we were all on stage, he started texting us a dick pic, his own dick pic. So it was him naked in the mirror with his dick hanging out, and fucking Chuli's just showing me, and we're just like, "What the hell is?" Yeah, so that was a good icebreaker. But yeah, it was real funny. Myrtle Beach, is that North Carolina or South Carolina?
That's South Carolina.
Right. So I used to do a club in Myrtle Beach called I think Cabana was like the club that's been there for 1,000 years. I didn't do that. I did the Carolina Comedy Club for a few years, and I loved that place. And I love going to Myrtle Beach. And I would go around Christmas time. That's just when I would get booked. And I brought my daughter, who was that was in March, because she was born in the beginning of January, and they gave me the gig. They're like, "Hey, do you want to do this gig?" And I was like, yeah. And it was probably 7 weeks after she was born. And I was like, oh, man, that'll be enough time for me to figure out this parenting thing and like leave her and my wife by themselves.
No.
4 weeks in, I'm staring at this gig, and I was like, oh, God. So I ended up like getting a couple more plane tickets and one plane ticket, and my wife and my newborn baby came. And I've got a picture of her on stage with me, and she's only like 7 weeks old, and that's like one of my all-time favorite pictures. But it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. First of all, we flew Southwest, so there's no check on nothing. We're rolling. We had to rent a car, so I'm rolling with the car seat, which is also a part of the stroller, with a pack and play, and like I'm getting on this plane like I'm moving, dude. Like I'm emptying out of a bachelor apartment. And I probably got 3 hours sleep that night.
Yeah.
So we get there like 5 o'clock on a Wednesday. I get in a fight with my wife because we're both exhausted. And then show, and it was hands down the worst show I've ever done. Like I was on stage completely forgetting jokes. Like halfway through the day, I was just like, what's happening? I was just like, I didn't even know where I was. It was almost like I was on drugs.
Oh,
And the next night I went back and it was fine. I had a good set, got some rest. And the manager came up to me and he was like, "Oh, hey man, good set tonight." He goes, "We were all worried about you last night. Like, how is this guy going to carry the weekend?"
like, oh
So,
shit, what did we do?
Any comics listening, to this now, maybe there's one or two. Don't bring your newborn baby on the road with you.
But yeah, so then when I was also backstage, I met Tyler there, met Tyler Morrison. You know him, obviously. And I did the podcast with Tyler a couple weeks ago, and I was like, yeah, and we were talking off camera, and I think we mentioned it on camera too. We gave you a shout out because I was like, because Earl brought you up, and then Tyler brought you up, and I was like, I keep hearing that I got to get John Moses on my podcast, and I was like, I've got to reach out to this guy. I got to figure out like why everybody's talking about him. So yeah, it's awesome to have you here, man. One thing.
Thanks. I'm so glad. I'm happy to do it.
So yeah, it's fun, man. So yeah, it's just for me, it's just trying to get into the podcast business, and at the same time, I've been slowly writing my own material and jokes. So hopefully one day I want to truly follow my dreams and just I've always wanted to make people happy.
Right.
That's all I've ever wanted to do as a person, to just entertain people. And whether it was little embarrassing fact about me, whether it was dancing around the house as a little kid, whenever people were over, embarrassing myself, or it's now like sitting here talking to you guys, trying to entertain people, and writing.
I've been a lifelong attention whore, and I have passed that gene on to my daughter. Like, she just will not stop until everybody in the room has paid attention to her.
Yeah, that's what kids do, man. Mine too. They're a trip. They're an absolute trip. That's today. We went to go see the new DC League of Super Pets.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it's a cute little movie, man. It's a cute little movie. What do you think?
That was bad. Dude. I'm thrilled to see a kids movie or show that is like halfway entertaining. It's given such a newfound respect for guys who do clean comedy, or like just any form of entertainment that you can put on without worrying about your kids hearing something awful, or something scarring that you can,
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I did not expect the comedy to be as good as it was, to be honest.
Right. Yeah, right. Yeah, no, it was solid all the way around.
There was a couple different parts, which I expected good things coming out of it. I mean, Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart. That's a comedic duo that they're going together.
Do you see Jumanji with those guys? I like that too, man. I thought that was really good.
Oh yeah.
How old are your kids?
My oldest is 6.
Okay.
My youngest is about to be 4.
Okay, right on. My daughter is 7, so it's right in that wheelhouse. Yeah. My favorite animated movie that I've seen probably over the last year and a half, whatever it was, is Mitchell's versus the Machines.
Okay, I have escaped that one, but we've been stuck on Lightyear.
Now you got something to look forward to. It's on Netflix.
Oh yeah, we've been stuck on Lightyear here lately.
Nice.
That's all my son wants to watch. Is just he wants to watch Buzz. He wants to watch Buzz. Can I watch Lightyear?
Did you cover his eyes when the lesbian smooched?
I didn't, because man, honestly, I don't get why people make such a big deal about it.
Man, I blinked and I missed it. I was like, that's what everybody's up in arms about, because these two broads pecked each other on the lips,
Yeah. I was like, it didn't bother me.
That like scissoring in the post-scene credits, or the post-credits scene, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but at the same time, I live in what they call the Bible Belt of America.
I know.
So it's like I go on my Facebook, and all these people that live in my town, or I'm friends with and whatnot. They're this, that, or the other. I'm never watching Disney again. Can you believe they did this? Can you believe they did that? I was like, oh my God, shut the fuck up. No one cares.
Really? Please. Meanwhile, for fucking 50 years, Disney's been telling chicks they got to wait for a prince to come and whisk them off their feet. Like, you want to talk about grooming? You know what I mean?
I wasn't ready.
My daughter's like, Daddy, I want to be a princess. Like, listen, we're peasants. Everything you get in life, you got to work for. Don't worry. Don't wait for somebody else to hand it to you.
That's right. And then here comes Prince Charming. What does that teach America?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, so So how often are you doing comedy right now? Is it like an every week thing, every month thing? Are you just doing the
Oh yeah,
casinos?
I'm still working on the weekends and a couple of weekdays or whatever. But yeah, I gotta play dad
Oh yeah,
and another business. So
oh yeah.
I'll
And
tell
then,
you what, there's not I don't got a whole lot of downtime these days. That's for sure.
oh, I believe that.
But
Just
I did
just
piss
with
my away, so this is my penance for that.
yeah.
I
Oh,
gotta
I
play a
believe
little.
that. Just with me working full time, and still trying to do all this stuff on the side, it's insane. So I can only imagine, Earl was telling me his schedule, and he's like, even being single at this age, he's like, all I fucking do is write jokes and perform. He's like, that's
Yeah,
all I do is work and eat and sleep. And I was like, damn.
yeah.
But I was like, but I get it though. I mean, it's the same thing. It's just a different job. I mean, everybody's just working day to day, especially nowadays, and the way America's set up now is just
Dude, whatever you're gonna do, if you want to excel at it, you've got to work hard at it.
oh
You
yeah,
just got to put in the hours, dude. There's no fucking shortcuts.
oh yeah.
I mean, except for like the Instagram, YouTube stars, some 20-year-old who's got like 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. But even that person, I guarantee you, he's putting in 60 hours a week editing videos, shooting videos. I mean, you
Coming
got
up
to
with
work for it.
ideas. Oh yeah, something.
Yeah.
Especially some of these channels. I mean, me personally, I only post 1 to 2 times a week. Sometimes I'll do like a second podcast with my sisters, and we'll post an episode on there. So sometimes I'll do two a week. But I mean, you see some of these channels like you're talking about, they're like anywhere from 12 to 17 years old, posting a video every single day, a different video, different idea, and it's just like
Right.
when you look at it from that aspect, like we're talking, it's like, damn, how much man time and labor are you putting in behind the scenes to make sure, you
100%.
have all these done, you have all these ready.
My kid wants to start a YouTube channel, so we shot a couple of little things, but it's like
Yeah.
I now have to sit down and spend 25 hours editing these things just for her to get like 6 videos.
Oh yeah, it's insane. It's insane. I know. I record and post on the same day, and it normally takes me 2.5 to 3 hours. Even when I do like a simple little Zoom session like this, where all it is just chopping pieces together and going back and proof listening and shit, and it's just yeah, holy fuck.
Making sure all the N words get edited out.
Yeah, got to cover all the bases.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
It's like, did they freeze for a second? Like, no, I'm sure it's nothing.
Right. Yeah. Just the little glitches. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that I haven't blown it. That this thing hasn't frozen so far. I'm on my phone in a hotel room.
Did you see the on Wheel of Fortune where the guy was like spelling out the N word until he lost a turn? Did you hear about that?
No.
Oh my God. You'll have to look it up and find it because it's hilarious. So he's just playing Wheel of Fortune and he spins the wheel and he's like, can I get an N? And they're like, yep, two N's. And he's like, I'd like to buy a vowel. And they're like, okay, you can buy a vowel. And he's like, can I get an I? And then he spins and he's like, can I get a G? And then he like, I want to buy another vowel. And he buys the E. Like he gets all Nige. And then he spins the wheel and the crowd's dead fucking silent. Like you can hear pins dropping. It's like I swear to like I'm sure black people in the crowd are like, I swear to God, this motherfucker, I'm about to.
Oh,
and he's just like wheel
everybody got
goes,
fired. That one.
wheel starts slowing down, and bless his fucking heart, it lands right there. Lose a turn, and I was just
Oh,
all I could think to myself is there's somebody in the back controlling that wheel. And they're
right.
just like, we are not about to let this shit go down.
You might be right about that. I am sure there's a control on that goddamn Wheel of Fortune wheel.
He knew what he was doing.
You have a big shit-eating grin, like, oh, here it comes.
He probably spun that wheel with everything he's got.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy shit like that cracks me up. Nothing really offends me. If something bothers me, I just turn it off. I don't listen to it. I don't fucking.
Well, I mean, that's just it. If you don't like something, why would you sit through to the end to continue to get offended? Just shut it off.
That's what blows me away.
Like, you know what? I think I've had enough of this app for today, or at least for the next time.
That's what blows me away every time is they're just like, did you hear that? Could you believe that? Like, no, I can't because I listened to like 5 seconds of it. I didn't care for
Right.
it. I turned it off.
Yeah. As soon as it started going down that street, boom. I didn't think Nanette was funny. Did I watch it to the end? No, I watched 5 minutes, and
Yeah.
I've got other things to do.
Like, we're good. We're done now.
Right.
So now I'm gonna ask you a question that I love to ask all my stand-up comedian guests that I get on, and that's we're gonna talk about hecklers. How do you get a lot of hecklers? Some, many, not really.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I don't have a problem when I get them. I mean,
What's your strategy?
just to hammer them.
Just hammer them down.
Yeah, there's a video you can look up on YouTube. But I got a heckler video up there. It's only the audio is the only problem. My buddy was like recording it, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm destroying this heckler for like 8 minutes." And the crowd hated him. The crowd hated him. He did not get escorted out of there. I got on at the 2 hour mark on a show that probably should have been finished by then. Yeah. And I had given every comic problems, this big fat dude. So I destroyed him for like 5 minutes. And then I was so elated because I was like, my buddy just got this video. This is going to be amazing. Yeah. And he goes, oh, I moved the camera halfway through. I was like, why? Why would you touch the fucking camera, man? But anyway, that video is there. Yeah, I mean, listen, if a heckler starts in, it's, everything's fair game. I am going to do my damnedest to shut you up, for the show. I enjoy it. It's probably one of my stronger fucking suits is dealing with hecklers. That said, there was one time a heckler got the better of me at the Comedy Cellar.
Yeah.
New York. So what happened was, I don't know if you ever watched Mad Men.
Yeah, I've seen a couple episodes.
Mad Men is on AMC. The star of Mad Men is John Hamm.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm driving to the club, and as I'm driving, I see Roger Sterling, who is one of the characters on Mad Men, like the boss, the silver-haired dude, and I love this character. And I'm like, was that Roger Sterling?
Yeah.
And then so I park, I go to the club, and everybody upstairs is whispering like, oh my God, John Hamm's here. And I was like, what? From Mad Men? I love that show. And like, I had just heard John Hamm on Mark Maron the week before.
Yeah.
Podcast talking about how much he loves stand-up comedy. So in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, John Hamm is about to watch me do stand-up comedy. I'm going to destroy, and he's going to put me on the show Mad Men. Like, this is my trajectory.
Yeah, so, you done got it all planned out in your head, figured out. You already know you're gonna come in as a side character, maybe stay a couple episodes. It's gonna be great.
Exactly. That's exactly like my life is about to change. So I'm waiting to go up, and I see John Hamm at the table with his buddy. And John Hamm calls over a waitress, and she like leans in, and then he takes his hand and he grabs her by the back of the head and pulls her down to him and whispers his order into her ear. Anybody else does this to this waitress, they're fucking getting bounced to the club and, maybe arrested. Like, that is like straight up, sexual misconduct, sexual harassment,
Yeah.
So I'm shocked that I just watched it. So anyway, I go up on stage. I'm doing okay. John Hamm's buddy starts heckling me. Mm-hmm. Normally, if you fart too loud in the Comedy Cellar, a security guard will grab you and pull you out of the club. But it's John Hamm's buddy, so nobody's saying shit. And instead of destroying him and pointing out John Hamm, I was like still too new in the club to be comfortable. And I kind of it really rattled me. And I had a shit set. So then I get off stage and I go upstairs, and the waitress is like, oh my God, John Hamm ordered from me. Did you see what happened? I go, oh yeah, the way he grabbed your head like that. She goes, yeah, that was the hottest thing that ever happened to me in my life. Like, here I am thinking she's going to be like, that was wrong. But meanwhile, she was like, oh God, thank you. I'll never wash this ear again, So that was a big heckler fail that still haunts me to this day.
Oh yeah.
It happens sometimes. You got any other you got a good heckler story, one where you just like really like an example of that guy where you just one that you remember well because you fucking just torched him and shut him down right there, like what you said, you remember?
No, so with that one, that guy eventually gets up and storms off, and the place applauds, right? Like, and it was like a rock and roll moment.
Yeah.
And then I'm doing this bit, and it's like some sort of bit about sexual harassment or something, or Me Too. And then a woman stands up with her arms crossed. And this is the same like crazy disruptive show where that heckler was disrupting the whole show.
Yeah.
And I go, lady, what are you doing? This isn't a march or this isn't a protest. I go, it's a comedy show. If you don't like it, just get out,
Yeah.
And husband goes, and then I roasted her a couple times. And then her husband goes, that's it. I'm going to kick his ass. And he was an older guy. And I go, dude, what are you doing? Don't do this. I go, if you come to this stage, I'm going to kick your head off your shoulders.
Yeah.
Please come. So then he and her ended up walking out, and then the crowd applauded for that. So I remember getting off stage that night. I was like, that was like one of the wilder nights that I've had in stand up because it was just so combative the whole time. And I somehow came out of it and was like, the victor. So, that was a great / crazy night.
Well, that's good, man. That's good. When was if you don't mind me asking, when was the last time you just bombed? You ever just bombed completely?
Oh, probably at this casino gig within the last 3 months.
What do you think was a big cause of that? Just you off your A game, or just the crowd that night? Just what the
Yeah, sometimes, maybe a little bit of both. Probably mostly the crowd. I mean, this show is fun for a lot of reasons, but it's not the best setup. So,
Yeah.
And also if you get a bunch of people who are there to see, it's one thing. If you get a bunch of people who are watching a comedy show for free, you never know what you're getting into. But I've had plenty of bombs. You got to shake them up. They affect you less and less as time goes on.
Yeah.
It's not as long as the stakes aren't big. But it's just this is a part of the fucking business. You kind of know, if you're working new material, it's probably going to bomb. You got to bomb it into existence. If you're not working new material and you're running your A stuff, it might not have been you. It might just have been the crowd that night, or sometimes you're the one guy in the show who doesn't have a good set and everybody else is great, and that's just sort of how the fucking cards fall sometimes.
So I want to ask you an opinionated question. When do you think you should draw that line? Like for people just starting out, like people like me, when do you
Yeah.
think you should draw that line? Like if you're just bombing continuously, do you think, I mean, I'm sure part of it for some people could be like beginning nerves, just getting started, yada yada. But I mean, at what point do you think like, okay, you bombed like 10, 15 shows in a row. I think maybe this might not be for you.
I think that might even be a low number. I mean, I don't know. It depends. If you're bombing for 6 months in a row, maybe. I think if you're just starting out, you got to go back, listen to your sets. If you're getting 0 laughs the entire time consistently, then that's a problem. But maybe this isn't right for you. But if you're getting a few laughs and the rest ain't, well then, okay, I'm gonna work. I'm gonna keep this stuff and then change out the other shit. Or maybe you'll be like, oh, I said this when I meant to say that, or I flipped those words. And sometimes those little things can make all the difference, right? So
Yeah.
you're just starting out, it's important to listen to yourself and listen to what's working and what's getting laughs. I mean, listen, there's probably people who have been bombing half the time of they're up on stage and have been doing this for 10 years, but they're just delusional.
Yeah.
The business is filled with them.
I guess it just depends on how passionate you are, huh?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, everybody's going to bomb in the beginning, or at least most people.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool, man. Well, I know you got to go here soon. I hate to make it a short episode this week, but I do have a very special surprise in store for my listeners in a couple weeks. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. John, is there anything you want to promote that you got coming up, or where people can go listen to you, find you, this, that, and the other?
Yeah, you guys can download my album on iTunes or search for it on Spotify or whatever. It's a Super Spreader. It's my 3rd album. Go check that out. Let me know what you think.
All right, cool.
Love to hear.
And what's your Twitter handle again for all the people out there if they want to follow you on Twitter?
At John Moses, and then Instagram is at comedian John Moses.
Now, I don't follow you on Instagram, but I do follow you on Twitter, and I know if you like guaranteed want a daily laugh to follow you.
Thank
You tweet out a lot of funny shit.
thanks, man.
As always, you guys can go follow me on Twitter at jfergmark. Thank everybody for tuning in. Can't wait to see you guys next week and see what's got in store.
Good luck with the podcast, dude.
Oh yeah, thanks, man. I got real quick. I want to talk to you before you go. Once I cut this off.